Oh no, y'all are in first right now. Y'all are 3 games ahead of New York.
The 3 games ahead of the Yankees?
Yeah.
But New York is on that big. New York's on that big losing streak. So
because the Yankees have been bad lately. They're like 6-16.
They're like 5-16 out of the last 21. So.
All right. Well, we got Jayden. What's Jayden's last name?
Miller.
Jayden Miller on the line from Florida. And he's joining the podcast today with me and Kole. And Jayden is our correspondent for the Baltimore Orioles, Kansas City Chiefs. Who else? The Clemson Tigers. Am I missing somebody?
I think that's it.
Wait, the Lakers.
Oh, the Lakers. Yeah.
So, Jayden, you just got a team from everywhere, it sounds like. You just –
Yeah.
I feel like you need a team from the Northeast or something.
Nah, I'm fine after that.
He likes a little bit of everywhere. All right,
a little bit of everybody.
Let's go ahead and start the show, Cole.
Zach, are you crazy?
Welcome back. This is the Magnetico podcast. Like I said, we got a special guest with us, Jayden. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
So, we're going to talk a little sports. I heard Jayden was a Lakers fan, and being Cole's generation, one of Cole's friends, his generation, I need some answers from a Lakers fan real quick. So let's just start there, Cole. You good with starting with the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Cole told me, and we've talked about this a lot on our podcast, so I don't want to get too far into the GOAT conversation. But as a Laker fan, can you just tell me right now, who was the GOAT?
The GOAT is Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Good answer.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you, as a Lakers fan, I'm assuming you're a LeBron fan, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, so why do you say Michael's the GOAT?
This is what Michael did in his time frame while he was playing. It's just something that you can't replicate. You can't replicate just winning 3 straight and then just coming back after a 2-year hiatus and winning 3 straight again. Like, I told Cole this before. Like, I feel like if LeBron wins one more, then I'll put him over Jordan just because of how long he's going. He's almost 40 years old, and he's going to play in the Olympics this year. So that's crazy to think about. And like the longevity, like argument for LeBron you can't argue against that with Michael. But I just think what Michael did at his time, like what he did, is LeBron just can't match to that.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like MJ definitely like changed the game forever. But like LeBron, like what LeBron's doing right now is never gonna be replicated ever. He's playing 20+ years of basically flawless basketball. I mean, it's gonna be hard to replicate. 40,000 points, like I don't think anybody's ever getting there.
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. And a lot of people think that I'm just a LeBron hater. I got so much respect for LeBron and his game, what he's done as a father, husband, the school that he has. You know, there's so much about LeBron that I like. But Jayden, as a Lakers fan, let's get into this Bronny situation. How do you feel as a Lakers fan? How do you feel about them drafting Bronny?
Well, me, I wasn't happy about it. Because me personally, I felt like he should have stayed an extra year in college. I don't think he was ready for pro-level basketball yet, just off of what he did last year at USC. But, of course, we know who his father is, and that's why he's on the team to me. But I'm not saying that he can't be great. Of course, anybody can be great if they work hard at it. If he comes and gives us good minutes this year, I don't know. That's possible. But to me, personally, I didn't like it. I just felt like it was his name that got him drafted and not the player. Because if you replace his name with anybody else's name in the world other than Bronny James, he would have been drafted. So,
correct.
Me personally, I wouldn't be happy.
Correct. Yeah, it's a business decision. You know, not that the Lakers need to sell tickets, but it is going to generate some revenue for them and some different opportunities, sponsorship deals and stuff like that. But I'm all for, you know, people get jobs because of who they know or their family, and nepotism is a real thing, and I understand that. I just, in professional sports, I don't really think there's a place for it. And I think I'm critical of LeBron on some things, but this one I'm very critical on because I think as a father, he's doing a disservice to his child because what I see happening, this is my prediction here, this is my hot take, I see Bronny doing 3 years in the league and then he'll be playing overseas. I see the other brother having a better Bryce having a better NBA career. And I think 3 to, let's say 3 years, let's say 7, 8 years from now, how's Bronny going to feel? Like if he would have stayed at USC or went to another school, maybe USC wasn't the right fit. But if he would have kept developing and then came out, you're still LeBron's son. You're still going to get picked up by somebody and given a chance. But maybe he would have had a better, NBA career. Now, I could be wrong, and for sure, because LeBron's going to make sure he's succeeding and in a role that he's developing and maybe more so than if he would have went back to college, if that makes sense. They're going to really try to help him along. But I just, I've watched a lot of basketball over my time, and you can't, if you're not averaging 7, 8 points a game in college, I don't know how you go to the NBA and have success, Yeah,
so. I get that. But, Jayden, who was Bronny's teammate that averaged like 15 points in college but went undrafted?
Ooh.
I don't know his name, but, I mean.
Well, there was two.
There was two?
Isaiah Kohler.
Well, no, he got drafted, but I'm talking about the one that went undrafted.
I think Boogie Ellis. I think they're their leading scorer this year.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes away an opportunity for a guy like that to, like, not get drafted by an NBA team. Yeah. I mean, not saying Bronny doesn't. Not saying Bronny doesn't deserve it because he is a good basketball player. He just needs more experience. I mean, he went into cardiac arrest. Some people forget that, and he only played like maybe half of USC's games. That's why his stats were so low. But I feel like even if he played, they wouldn't have been much higher. So,
if you take a look at, if you just compare Bronny and the kid from Bartow that's at Florida, Walter Clayton. Now Walter Clayton went back because of his draft stock. I'm assuming. I don't know him, so this is allegedly. But I'm assuming he looked at it with his agent and looked at it and said, okay, let me do another year. I'll be in a better position for the draft. Yeah. But I don't think you could even compare Walter Clayton and Bronny's game. Like, Walter Clayton's so much more advanced right now.
Well, yeah, Walter Clayton was a junior last year. Bronny was a freshman, so.
Yes, you're right. So that's my point. Yeah. I'll use somebody's name on here. Tony Bradley. I watched him in Bartow. I remember taking Cole to the state championship game when Tony was a freshman and telling Cole, this kid's going to be in the NBA. I would have liked to have seen him do at least one more year at North Carolina, but I wish he would have done the 4 because, last season we looked it up. I don't think he was on a roster or the G League.
Yeah, he was in the G League last year.
So he's a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like, I don't knock him for what he did. He's probably taking care of his family, and it's all great. But what could you have been? And what could Bronny have been? And I think LeBron's going to regret that decision.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think of your new coach?
Well, man. JJ is something new. I just feel like he'll get our offense back on point this year. But it's going to be a lot of growing pains this year. I expect that from a first-year head coach, having coached a day in his life before.
For sure.
But us as an organization, they said we're doing our best to surround him with former head coaches to lessen that growing pains during the season. But it's going to be a bumpy road to start. But I feel like he's going to be a better coach than Darvin Ham from last year. So
Darvin Ham was pretty bad. So,
you need to put some respect on his name. You said he's never coached. He coached middle school now.
Oh my goodness! Here we go.
Man,
That's
nah.
crazy. From going to coaching middle school basketball to the NBA is crazy. I mean, he is JJ Redick, but
he was a great player,
but the only reason he got the coaching job, no hate on JJ Redick, but it's because he has that podcast with LeBron. On the podcast, LeBron was basically interviewing him for the job.
Listen,
yeah, I agree with that. That was a straight up interview for a month and a half.
and this, out of all sports, first year coaches in the NBA have had some success.
Mm-hmm.
So it's. I mean, the Lakers ain't winning nothing next year.
They got a decent roster, but the stacked West, dude, they're gonna get like an 8 or 9 seed. They're probably gonna get bounced by the 1 or 2 seed in the first round.
Yeah, the West is just so stacked that I don't expect us to probably get over the play-in. That's just how stacked the West is, top to bottom.
There's literally 12 playoff caliber teams in the West, and for the East, there's maybe like 7.
My Magic. Would you have wanted the Magic to draft Bronny?
No, heck no. That's a quick answer. Heck no. I'm happy with our draft pick. Honestly, I'm not a big college basketball guy. I mean, I'll watch March Madness, but I didn't know who our guy was, Tristan da Silva, and I honestly still don't know who he is. But apparently, he's pretty decent. So
would as a Magic fan, if LeBron signed as a free agent, but they had to draft Bronny, would you be okay with that?
Oh heck yeah. I mean, LeBron, even at his age now, is one of the best players in the NBA.
For sure.
Top 15 for sure. So,
did you see LeBron was paying Hakeem Olajuwon $50,000 to train him?
No.
Yeah, I just saw. I read. Go ahead.
Me personally, I don't think that makes any sense because Bronny's a guard, Hakeem's a post player.
No, I think. And maybe I read the article wrong because I didn't read it too in depth. But the way I understood it, LeBron was training with Hakeem.
Oh, LeBron was training with Hakeem.
Yeah, he was paying him $50,000 and training with Hakeem, which is interesting because LeBron's so much bigger than the people who guard him that maybe he's working on some post moves, and because Hakeem was he was a beast down low.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
And could step out and shoot. So it's interesting that I saw. But let's switch over to college football. You're a Clemson Tiger fan, so I want to get your take on Dabo and your upcoming season. We'll get into it more when the season starts. But yeah, what is your take on Dabo Swinney?
Oh man, me personally as a Clemson fan, ever since the Trevor Lawrence era ended, it's been even though we still have 10-win seasons every season ever since, Dabo's been solidified as a legend head coach in the college football world. But just to me, I feel like we should be competing for a national championship every year. That's just the program that we have built over the last couple of years. And I just felt like ever since Trevor Lawrence has left, the team has been up and down. We're losing the teams in the ACC that doesn't win 6 or 7 games a year, and then we didn't even win the ACC last year. Florida State had their amazing season, so we're just at a point. We're just at a road stop. I feel like our quarterback, he's up and down. Me personally, I think it's Dabo got 1 or 2 years, and then we have to let Dabo go because he has done enough for this team that I don't think he can't do any much more. So I think we got 1 or 2 left with Dabo, and then we just have to let him go.
Yeah, my sources tell me that part of Dabo's problem is the portal, and he's not utilizing the new college football. And what is your take on that? Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree because I actually feel like that's the reason Nick Saban also retired, because the portal was getting so popular that Saban couldn't just go to somebody's house, get a 5-star recruit, and he's guaranteed for 3 to 4 years in my program. No, if you're not going to play him the first 2 years, I guarantee you he would get in that portal. And that's what just older coaches are worried about, and that's why older coaches are starting to die down, and that's why some new colleges are doing great now because they use the portal. Colorado, they had the worst offensive line in college football last year. Deion said, I'm just not going to let my son keep getting sacked 50 times a year. So I'm going to go in the portal, and I'm going to give you a whole new offensive line. Yeah. And that's why I'm ready to see this year from Colorado if they can protect Shedeur. But that's what Deion did. He said, I'm going to use my resources. I'm going to use the portal and get my new offensive line. And that's why I feel like every coach should do, but just the older coaches, they don't agree with that, and that's just their problem. So.
What about the defensive coordinator that was there for years? Didn't he leave a couple years ago?
Brent Venables, yes.
That's
left Oklahoma.
Yes, I think that hurt Clemson a lot because him and Dabo together.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was a good duo, those two. I'm so looking forward to college football.
Yeah, I mean, I really, like, before, like, the 2020 season, that was the one with Trask and Coppets, right? I wasn't really into college football. I mean, I would just, like, watch it here and there, but, like, I'm really into it now.
I love college football. To me is so much better than the NFL.
I like the NFL. I still like the NFL, but college football is growing on me.
Now, an article I saw today, Oregon, their big sponsor is Nike. Their Nike's warehouse, I don't know what their offices are out there. And basically, Knight has said he's opening up the checkbook. He wants to win a national title, whatever it takes. So now with this NIL, it sounds like Nike's saying, go get whatever you need, and we're going to pay for it. What is y'all's take on the new landscape of college football? Because it's really now it's the haves and the have-nots.
Right.
Now they did pass a thing recently where it's kind of like not necessarily a salary cap, but all the schools are going to be getting money from the NCAA. So your USFs have money that's not coming from donors. It's coming from the NCAA so they could pay players. But you're not going to be able to compete with the money of Nike. It's really, if you've got a billionaire, let's say the guy who owns Amazon, right? Let's say he is a South Carolina Gamecock alum. And he just decides he's going to give billions of dollars to South Carolina football.
So that seems a little unfair.
It does, right?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, because like the higher end teams are going to have more money because of their sponsors, but like some teams like I don't even know who would be like lower than that, but it's just unfair to me.
It's the new world.
There should be a salary cap.
Well, that's kind of, yes.
Oh, no. I don't think there should be a salary cap.
You don't think so?
No. I just feel like the paying players, that's unnecessary. Because that means you're just basically telling all the top teams in America, we just want you to be the best team in the world. Because, of course, they're going to have a lot of sponsors, like the Georgias, the Floridas, the Clemsons, the Alabamas. They have all the money in the world. Mm-hmm. But the teams out there, the lower end of teams, the Texas Techs of the world, like the lower D1 level schools, they don't have that money. They don't have those sponsors because they haven't been winning a lot of games lately. So if they're trying to get recruits so they can get better, how are they going to do that when
they gotta face off with the bigger powerhouse teams?
Yeah.
So Cole, you just brought up a salary cap, and in upcoming episodes we could have Wes, who I think has probably got a good grasp on what's going on here, on to kind of break it down for us. But my understanding is there is a salary cap now, and what they've done is they've kind of so before this NIL deal, there was you couldn't pay players, but everybody was paying players. Like Georgia's been paying players. Like Georgia's gotten good before the NIL deal because they were paying players on the table. So was Florida, so was Alabama, so was everybody. Miami, everybody was doing it, right? So then they say NIL deal. Then they come back and there was a lawsuit against the NCAA. So now the NCAA is saying, because what was going to happen was the big boys were going to leave the NCAA. The Floridas, the Alabamas, basically the SEC was saying, okay, we'll just dip and we'll start our own league. Excuse me. So the NCAA come back and settled with all the colleges. And basically, I'm going to throw out a number, but this is an accurate number. I'm just using it for example. So the NCAA is saying to all the Power 5 schools, we'll give everybody $2 million a year. Now, let's just say there's 56 teams in the Power 5, whatever. So they're giving everybody $2 million. Now, Florida has a $2 million budget to go out and pay players. But what they've done is there's basically a salary cap unless you go over and above that. Now, the kids still can get NIL deals. So if they got a commercial with a Ford company for a commercial or something like that, they can get paid. I'm just talking about what the school gives them. Okay? So there is kind of a salary cap. So it gives USF a chance. It gives Boise State a chance. It gives San Diego State a chance because they get $2 million to pay people. Now, as a coach of just South Carolina or Kentucky, you can go in and get that 5-star kid because you can give him $1 million to come be the quarterback, and he was only going to get $300 at Florida because Florida has some other kids too. So it balances out a little bit. But now what they've done, in my eyes, if they've opened it back up to where they're going to pay him under the table again, like at Oregon. Now, Oregon's a different situation. They could use the $2 million on the players because they get it from the NCAA. But now Nike can NIL deal the kids. So it's kind of – but the other side of that is you get a bunch of guys making a ton of money. I don't see – college sports is about chemistry. It's about building a team. And you get a bunch of high school kids a bunch of money. They're going to be up there thinking they're bigger than they are.
Yeah, exactly.
So we had a little bit of that in Colorado already. So you're going to have situations. You still got to have a good team on the field, good chemistry to win a national title. So it's not necessarily Oregon, write the checkbook and you're going to win. But it's definitely going to be interesting.
Oregon's got a decent roster, too. They could probably go to the Natty.
Yeah. You think Deion's going to stay at Colorado?
Ooh,
that's a good question. What is Shiloh? A junior?
That was a 5-year senior. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I think Shiloh's like.
I mean, to be honest, probably Sturz last year, too, because he's probably going to go to the draft. He might, actually. I don't know. That's a good question.
I've seen his name linked to Florida. I've seen it linked to Florida. But don't be shocked.
I won't be shocked, honestly.
Don't be shocked.
I won't be shocked because this could be what's our head coach's name? I'm blanking right now.
Billy Napier.
Billy Napier. It could be Napier's last year. It could be. I don't want it to be, but it could be.
So what is going to come down? We'll talk a little Gators here. What is going to come down this season is the development of Lagway.
Yeah,
and how they use.
No, I have.
Because Lagway is the guy. Lagway may be the best quarterback prospect Florida's ever had, and that's including Tebow. I'm putting that out there.
I mean, that's a.
I don't know about Tebow.
That's a take.
It's a hot take, but I'm saying going into the freshman season, before a snap has been played, you can't argue that Lagway's not a bigger recruit than Tim Tebow was.
He's definitely had more hype, I'd say.
I mean, Mr. Football.
There's more hype that goes into it.
Yeah. So it's really going to depend on how Florida, they have the toughest schedule by far.
Yeah.
So do they win 6 or 7 games and Lagway is showing some promise?
Wait, so you think Lagway's going to start?
No.
Oh,
no.
I was about to say.
But Billy Napier's been around long enough that Lagway's got to play.
Yeah.
It
might be a Tebow situation, too.
Okay, so we're going to get into this NCAA game, right? The first thing we're doing with the Gators is we're putting Lagway in and see what we got. right? That's what we're doing.
Right out the gate?
We giving them reps in the preseason. We're gonna
for sure.
July and August we repping
For sure.
So September we set our lineup because we're gonna be practicing, but we're gonna have packages for Lagway. You know, Mertz is gonna be able to throw the ball around, kind of Trask-ish, right? Chris Leak-ish, like you said, Tebow.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see a heavy dose of Lagway this year because Napier's got to show promise for the future.
Yeah.
He's got to pull out 5, 6, 7 wins, but you got to show that next year Lagway is the man and he's gonna lead us. So a lot of people are predicting Florida to do a lot better than.
I think we'll get 6 or 7 wins, but we do have the toughest schedule in all college football. So
I did see there was a 5-game stretch. I think it goes to Georgia, to Texas, to like Texas. Kentucky. Yeah, that's a brutal schedule.
Oh, it's tough. We gotta go to Jacksonville for the Georgia game. Then we gotta go to Texas. That's gonna be a rough game.
That's a brutal bet.
Might as well just chop that one as an L right now because that's gonna be a tough game.
You still gotta play the game, though.
Oh, we're gonna play the game, but
No, we're gonna play.
Oh, I'd be heavily surprised if we won that game. Never say never, but
he's catching a train. It sounds like.
Oh,
Jayden's at the train station.
100%, man. Of course, it's a perfect time for them to just come visit. I don't know why, but okay.
It's all right. It's all right. So we talked. I brought up the NCAA game. Are you a gamer, Jayden?
100%.
Okay,
yeah.
so you gonna rep Clemson when the game comes out?
Probably later on. My team later on. I'm gonna be in Dynasty to start. So.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so explain this to me because I'm super hyped. This game's coming out. My generation. I feel like this game is really bringing together you and Cole's generation to my old ass generation because we
watch your mouth.
I remember playing. I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like it was I don't know what year NCAA came out, but I feel like 99, 98. I feel like I was playing with the Gators back then. So
Probably.
This game was so big to me and all my friends. Like, it's so funny seeing so many people posting on Facebook, so hyped that the game's coming out. They taking all challenges. I'm telling you, Cole, we repping. We ain't taking the we play online against some people. We got to get our game right. But we may have to set up a game with Jayden and see.
Oh, for sure. I already told Jayden.
Oh, of course.
I already told Jayden. I'm like, me and my dad gonna play you, and then we gonna have you back on the podcast saying how bad we beat you.
No, that's not happening.
Don't make us play with Miami.
Oh my.
Okay.
Don't make us play with Florida State.
So tell me about the game coming out because I don't know much about it. You guys both just said the dynasty mode.
The dynasty mode is basically where you just take a team and you just like play with them, get recruits, like just try and win the natty for like however many years you want.
Okay, but when you play somebody online, like say we play Jayden, what team we playing with?
You play with any team.
Okay, so I know you could play any team, but like you do with Madden where you build your team. Is it like that?
I mean, it could be like that.
It can be like that.
Because like you can like do like a year of like revamping your team and then play, if that's what you want to do. Like go through an off season, like get recruits, stuff like that.
So you got to go through all that and then.
Unless you just want to play with like the teams that like the now
teams that's already in the game.
Yeah.
So all these people that are talking trash online about playing. What do you think they're doing? They're just going to pick their favorite team and play with that team against each other, or are they playing with their dynasty team?
That's what people do in Madden. They just play with regular teams.
I feel like people do both, though.
For sure.
100%.
For sure. But, like, you can, like, be in the same dynasty mode and, like get recruits and, like, revamp your team over, like, a couple years and then play.
Listen, I respect, like, I'm a Clemson fan because y'all play Florida State every year, so I root for y'all.
Right.
But I'm throwing Teb out there. Teb, we coming for your neck. He's a big Florida State guy. I'm coming for you, Tab. October 7th, Tab.
October 2nd.
I need some time. Coming for you, Tim. Florida State. Put it on the books. We're coming for you next, Tim.
Yeah. Exact date and time is crazy.
I have to get off October 7th. That's my birthday. I might have plans, but I need a little time. But I'm coming. I look to beat a Florida State fan at the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that feels like you really doing it.
Yeah.
You don't get that with the Bucks versus the Saints in Madden. You know, like there's a different feel to it. You think it's gonna have a different playbooks?
Oh, for sure. Every team's got a different playbook.
So it's not gonna be like Madden. It's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure you can make your own plays too, right, Jayden?
Oh, yeah, they'll probably let that, but it's gonna be a completely different playbook because you have teams in the game like Army and Navy. They're a triple option team.
Oh
so,
yeah.
and of course, the triple option is going to be in the game and stuff like that.
I remember that from the old game because you had to remember go out to the left and then you had to hit the L1 button to pitch it. Yeah. That triple option's hard to stop.
That's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough to stop.
And I like running the ball.
You're gonna be so many people running Army and Navy. It's gonna be crazy. No, but the game's like it's gonna be like Madden, but it's gonna be different though. Like that's what's gonna make it like unique.
When's the actual game come out?
Early access is the 15th, so next Monday, but the actual game comes out on Friday? Next Friday?
Yeah, the 19th.
So you can download it on the 19th?
No, you can download it now, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can download it now. And then, like, when it comes out, you can just get on play.
Oh, so you got to wait till that day, but you can get ready.
Yeah.
Man, that game, that server's going to go down.
Oh, I was saying that to Jayden earlier. Literally,
that
July 19th,
the first day.
July 19th, 4 p.m., I'm not even going to get on. I'm just going to.
Well,
I'm not even going to get on. I'm not even going to try.
What day is July 19th?
That's next Friday.
Friday.
Oh, that's good. That was smart, too, because so many old heads would have called out of work on the day. Like, if it would have dropped on a Tuesday, old guys like me, they'd have called out on Wednesday. I can't come in today. I stayed up all night playing EA Sports college football.
But this game is big for me and Kole's generation since when the last NCAA football came out, NCAA 14, we were like 6-7 years old.
Yeah.
So we wasn't really around back then. So this is big for our generation. This is our first real experience to actually play NCAA football game when it first come out. So this really hyped up.
I'm really excited.
And y'all got an advantage too because y'all younger, everything comes a little like. When I play Madden, I ain't setting my offensive line to pull, max protect. I ain't doing all that. So
I'm max protective on Madden if I got some blitz cheesers. That's what I do.
So, yeah, I got to get really into my bag. I need my guard pulling hard. Like, we're really going to have to get in there, Cole. We have to put in that work. But, y'all, it comes easier to y'all because, like, there's too many buttons. Like, I'm used to, left L1 to the. Now you got hot routes. Run them on a fly. L before the snap, pre-snap. But I'm not. I call the right play. That's it.
I feel like being. Go ahead, Jane. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's more Madden. Madden is a game where you get late into that year, mid-year when the game's been out for like a couple months. If you just got on the game and you play somebody that's been playing like since day one, you're gonna see the craziest things. I promise you.
They're gonna be throwing 50-yard bombs on you. They're gonna run the ball down your throat. It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Now, do they match you up online when you play online, kind of by your strength? Like when they find you somebody to play.
I feel like other games do that, but I don't feel like Madden implements it too much.
Like if no one else is on, then you'll get into you'll play against a player that's way better than you. But most of the time, it's like it depends on where you're at or how many games you're on.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It comes Friday, but we can't play till the following Friday. That's what you're saying.
No, it comes out next Friday.
But so it comes. We get our PlayStation this Friday.
Oh yeah.
And then it comes out the next Friday. All right. So we got. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too.
I haven't looked forward to a game like this ever.
Friday night, we're sitting in the basement. We're gonna
No, never.
yeah, I feel like there hasn't been this much hype to a sports game in a while.
No,
Yeah, no way.
I don't want. I don't remember the last time a game was hyped.
EA Sports needed this too, because I feel like Madden. Like, how much more can they do at Madden? You know what I mean? Like, how much better can the graphics get? How much, but EA Sports college football hasn't been out in so long that the hype is so much. But people are going to be going crazy. But it's definitely going to crash. I don't see how the server's going to handle it.
For sure.
No,
and I was telling Jayden this too. I was saying, like, this is going to, like, pave the way for, like, NCAA baseball and NCAA basketball to come out too, I feel like.
Hopefully.
Ooh, an NCAA baseball game? Ooh, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. They haven't had that, have they?
No, that's since, like, 06.
Yeah.
Oh, they had one before?
In 06, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't even alive.
Well, Jayden, we definitely got to have you back on. It sounds like we're going to have you on before football season actually starts because we're going to have to play you.
Oh, for sure. We're
Of course.
We're gonna win.
We'll let you be one of the early. See, we'll play you like a preseason matchup with you.
No, okay.
So no bragging rights, and we just work out the kinks against each other.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jayden, we appreciate you coming on with us, man. You're welcome anytime on the Magnetico podcast, and we'll talk whenever we got. Oh, I forgot one team that you're a fan of.
Yeah,
I heard the Kansas City Chiefs.
Woo.
So you're really covering the map pretty good.
Oh yeah,
all over.
Wait, before we go. How are you a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
Oh,
I got to get into this.
Yes.
He wanted you to ask this question.
How are you a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
So y'all want to say I'm a bandwagon, okay?
Oh, you a bandwagon fan?
No.
I'm not. No,
okay. I thought you was admitting it.
I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm not.
No, he's a bandwagon LeBron. Like if LeBron went to the 76ers, he would have been a 76ers fan.
Yeah, but I accept that. 'Cause I'm a LeBron fan, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But see, the reason I became a Chiefs fan, it was Patrick Mahomes' first year starting. Yeah, at this time I didn't really watch football like intensely. I didn't have no favorite team. I used to just watch it to watch it. I didn't know what was really going on. So I think the Bucks were playing at this point in time. But you know how it usually like switch, like to see what's going around the NFL if it's in between a down or a timeout. And then it popped up on the screen that the Chiefs were up like 42-28. And Patrick Mahomes threw like 5 touchdowns. And I was like, why does this team looks like it's fun to watch because they're just scoring so many points. So from that day on, I decided I just want this to be my favorite team. And ever since that day, the Chiefs has been my favorite team.
Okay. What about Baltimore Orioles?
You want Jess?
Oh, no.
Too.
Oh, man.
I remember this exact day, too.
Okay. So me and Cole was having a conversation because this is when we was actually talking about like who all of our favorite teams were.
Yeah.
And at this point, I didn't have a favorite MLB team, but my teams that I still have now were still my favorite teams back then. So they were calling me, okay, I'm a bandwagon and stuff like that. But I was like, and then they asked me who my favorite MLB team. Now, at this point, this is when the Orioles were literally the worst team in baseball. This is when they were losing like 100 games a year. So at that point in time, I said, I'm becoming an Orioles fan, so I can just prove y'all wrong. Luckily enough, they're actually a very good baseball team now, but at that point in time, they're the worst in the MLB. So.
I can respect that. So I asked about the others. I got to ask Clemson.
Oh, Clemson. It was actually it was the same thing. Didn't want college football like that. 2016 national championship game when Deshaun Watson threw the game-winning touchdown. At that point, as soon as that happened, Clemson fan.
And then we know Lakers because of LeBron.
Yeah.
Because of LeBron. Yeah.
All right, I respect it, Jayden. I respect it. You stuck with the Orioles, and now maybe it's gonna pay off for you.
Hey,
maybe. I swung it and it paid off. Man.
Listen, I've been a Mets fan my whole life, and I wish I would have went your route. I wish I would have picked like. I wish I would have picked like the Blue Jays when they sucked.
Oh no, you don't, dude. The Blue Jays are still trash.
They kind of are, but I never jumped on the bandwagon of the Rays. I couldn't get behind it.
It's just so painful every year because when September rolls around, we're the worst team in baseball.
But you know, Cole, you say that, But I was thinking about this the other day. So when baseball season started, me and Cole on our previous shows, we talked a lot about the Mets and the upcoming season and everything. And then the season started, we did a couple shows kind of talking about it. And then we kind of, with the move and everything, we kind of dropped off covering baseball. But most of the time when I was Cole's age, by this time of year, by the All-Star break, the Mets were out of it. They had no shot.
Yeah.
But now with the advanced playoff system and the multiple teams in the wild card, the Mets, they're in it. What are they? 2.5 games, 3 games back?
We're 2 games out, and you want to hear a fact that's kind of funny? So we played 90 games, right? We're 45 and 45, so we're at 500. We've scored 433 runs, and we've given up 433 runs.
Really?
Yeah. We're the definition of mid. The definition of mid.
That's really the definition of mid.
Yeah, I mean, but like you have, as a fan, you're looking at it and you're going, man, it's the All-Star break and we still got a shot. So it kind of makes, so all I really want from the Mets every year, I mean, of course I want to see them make the playoffs and win the World Series, but what I really, as a kid, Cole's age, I was always kind of like, just get me to football season. Like, get me to September. And then if you fall off, I don't care. I'm going to watch football.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's how I felt the entire 20s decade. Except for 2022. We were getting 2022.
Well, once again, Jayden, thank you for joining us on the Magnetico podcast. You're welcome back.
Can I get one more question?
Yeah, sure.
Cole told me to ask you this question. He wanted me to ask you, like, where do you rank Patrick Mahomes all time as a player?
So right now, to me, Patrick Mahomes all time is the second best quarterback ever. And he's on the verge. He's on the verge. I think that 1 or 2 more Super Bowls and he's the GOAT.
Wow, that's exactly what Jayden said.
That's my logic.
Yeah.
That is exactly what Jayden said.
It's kind of what you said about LeBron. Like, me and my buddy Seneca said the same thing to another friend who's a huge LeBron fan, Lance.
Oh my gosh, Lance.
We both said, like, okay, if LeBron wins 1 more, we may have to step back and say, okay, we give it to you. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes. So for me, being an old head, the only quarterback that I would put at Tom Brady's level that I've seen play the game is Joe Montana.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes now already is by far the most fun quarterback ever to watch. He's more athletic than Tom Brady and Joe Montana. He's got as good of arm as they got. So
you got Peyton Manning at 4 then.
Peyton Manning, I wouldn't even put Peyton Manning up there, to be honest with you.
Where you rank Peyton Manning's not top 5?
All right.
I think Peyton Manning is top 5.
Yeah.
So I would go Joe Montana. I'm putting Troy Aikman over Peyton Manning.
Troy Aikman?
Yeah.
Troy Aikman?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a nasty
I can't
take.
get that far.
That's a nasty take.
I can't get that far.
I mean, how many Super Bowls?
Oh, we're doing the MJ logic.
You can't.
We're doing the MJ logic for Troy Aikman.
Like Troy Aikman was real. Like, I guess because I hate Tennessee so much. Eli Manning.
So with that logic, Eli Manning's better than Peyton Manning.
No.
That's a
No. I don't agree with that. I'm just saying with your logic right now, that's what you're saying.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this.
Okay.
It's very close in my book.
Wait, Peyton and Eli?
I don't think.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
There's no way.
Listen to what I'm gonna say. Listen.
Wait till TikTok sees this one.
No.
There's no possible way.
No,
There's
Dad.
no way.
Peyton Manning is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He played for how many years did he play for? He played from 99 to 16. That's 17 years. Eli played maybe 10.
Who got more rings?
They both have the same.
They do?
Yeah, I think they both have 2, right? Yeah.
They both have 2.
There's never been a better. Listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay.
There's never been a better field general than Peyton Manning.
Yep. Okay.
There's never been a better pre-snap decision maker than Peyton Manning. I give him that. But
so what are we giving Eli Manning? Everything else?
No, I'm just saying Eli beat the Gators. Peyton never did.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying. I watched it.
Oh my gosh.
You can say you might as well just say he's being Tom and Peyton hasn't. So.
Wait. How many? Who did Eli's Super Bowl wins come against?
I will give him
Tom
that.
Brady.
I will give him that. Tom Brady. I will give him
you
that.
got to give him that. You got to. You can't ignore the fact that he beat the GOAT.
Yeah, never.
So, yeah, like Peyton's great. I bet they argue the hell over this at Thanksgiving.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Every year.
No way. Every year. Man.
Okay, so you're saying
Eli's memorabilia sells more than than his brother. Look, that's a fact.
I don't know if that one's true
That's
or not.
a fact. I watched a Netflix show.
I mean, sure. I don't know.
But
Honestly.
that's interesting, though. I threw Troy Aikman in there, but Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
Wait, Mahomes already over Brady for you?
No, I'm just saying top 5. I'm not.
Okay.
Wait. Say it. So you said Montana, Patrick, Brady. Okay.
Shit. I mean, I almost got to put Brett Favre in there.
Okay, yeah, you can say that.
I mean, Brett Favre.
I mean, he was like that. No. He was like that, but I think Peyton Manning's better.
You know somebody else I put over Peyton?
Who?
Steve Young.
Okay.
Steve Young.
Steve Young was like that. I wouldn't put him over Peyton, though.
Steve Young.
Steve Young was like that. That's all you got, then?
Peyton. We put Drew Brees over Peyton?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, but like interesting. You know where the category I put Peyton isn't the same as Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers and Peyton are about the level, about equal.
Okay.
Oh, you can argue that.
I mean, that's not a horrible take. I'm not mad at that take.
That's not bad. They look got the same career.
They do, honestly. Aaron Rodgers got what, 1 ring? And they basically got the same longevity. Yeah.
I see y'all's side of it. Like if I was to say, you got Peyton, Aaron Rodgers, and Eli, and you got to pick one of the 3. It would be hard to like Eli would have to be 3, right? But
yeah. Would you put Eli at 3? Is the question?
So yeah. See, it depends on because like you look at the team around him. So that's kind of like Troy Aikman, right? Yeah. So Troy Aikman to me, the team around him with Witten and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irving, like he had so much talent.
Did you say Witten?
Not Witten. Not Witten. What's the tight end?
Jason Witten.
The Moose. They called him the Moose.
I don't know.
Anyway, I did say Witten, but it was the Moose. But he has so much talent in Dallas when Troy was there, but he won with it. You know what I mean? Like he got the job done. So
I mean, a good quarterback wins with a good team. So
the most electric quarterback that I ever watched play the game at his prime, Michael Vick.
Okay, I mean that's
no.
I could agree.
Michael Vick did things on the field when he was at his prime. I've never seen anybody else do.
Yeah,
but
Lamar was crazy. His first MVP season, that was probably the best I've ever seen. Like
I can respect that.
Most electric I've ever seen.
I can respect that. But Patrick Mahomes, by far, legitimately, what's he got? Another 7 years?
No, probably more than that.
Right?
He's
I think I got more. I think he got more.
Yeah.
He
turned 30 this year.
He's turning 30?
So let's say he plays 5 more years. He wins 2 more Super Bowls.
If he three-peats this year, he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
Oh, yes. If he three-peats this year, I promise you, he's my GOAT.
Yeah. I said I'd give Jayden that. If he three-peats this year, Patrick Mahomes is my GOAT.
He's my GOAT. Yeah.
We'll wrap it up with that. Do your thing, Patrick. Do your thing. Go Chiefs.
Hey, Troy Aikman over Peyton Manning is crazy to me. No, that's crazy. No. Wait till Angel hears about this one. Oh my God,
he's going to lose his mind.
Oh, Angel's gonna. Bro, Angel's gonna have a field day with that one. Oh my
I
god.
promise you,
Well, he's a Cowboy fan, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why.
He's a Cowboys fan.
That was for you.
Oh man.
That was for you, Angel.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Thank you for listening to the Magnetico podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm
This is
Cole.
For Jayden. Thank you for joining us.
Peace.
Yes, sir.